Kind of quick one. 2019 Renault Traffic. Rear right wheel speed sensor circuit open. Did the standard thing, assumed it was the sensor. Plugged it in, didn't make any difference. So I then started wanting to do some tests, so I've got the multimeter and everything out here. I'm going to show you what I did. So the wiring loom, you've got the plug back here for the rear right, the plug's up there for the rear left. You can obviously see the wire there that I found. And what I did was, because the wiring loom runs all the way along to this plug here, and then that plug goes up to the ABS module. So you've got an intermittent plug just here to do some testing from, which is what I did. I came straight to this plug, and what I did was I used a long multimeter lead and left the trolley in the middle with the multimeter in the middle there, and just put it to the consistency, continuity even, check, and plugged it into one wire, touched it on there, got a beep, okay, cool, touched it to another wire, the other wire, which in our case is the orange and with a black stripe, and nothing. Okay, fine. So I moved back, unwrapped the wiring loom just here, found the two wires in question, which you can see. I've just got to take that back up because I've put I've pierced it, pierced the wire, and I've got consistency, continuity. Yeah, I'll get it right in a minute, maybe. From the front there down to here. So that lets me know that the front part of the wiring loom and most likely the ABS and everything's all good, and the fault lies in this back half of the loom. So I then obviously moved a bit further forward, did the same thing, pierced a hole there, checked for continuity, and I checked on the plug at this end, and I got nothing from here or from there, come to think of it. I actually checked both ways, but I had got continuity from there to here, which then obviously leaves me to this part of the loom. Then I was wiggling this bit of the loom around and I started getting beeping, and I was actually doing some testing just here, and you can see where it's actually rotted off in two. And as I started to pull the sheathing back a little bit more, I realised that, yep, that's the break in the wire just there. We've got the green crusties and the wire's broken. So there's our problem. Don't know if it's a common issue on this happening. I mean, the wiring loom's not been chafing on anything, it looked fine. But for some reason that was full of mud. This part here was very dirty and very full of mud, so maybe it's getting a lot of dirt in it, which is causing the problem, because the rest of the loom's quite clean inside, but this was quite full of mud and dirt. So yeah, we'll get that repaired, and then we'll double check our results. So if you've got that problem, I'd start in that corner and just check from continuity from here to here. Probably make life a little bit easier. Just check that. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one. So I thought I'd just do this quick extra bit. That's obviously only temporary. I'm going to solder that in properly. But I've cut a bit of wire back off of each side. Just join the two wires together. We've now got our probe just gently back probed into there. And we're just going to check if we have... Yeah, so that is our problem. 100% confirmed. That is the only problem we've got, is that one wire there. So we're now done with the meter. So shut that off. And we just need to get the soldering iron out and some heat shrink. Make a nice pretty job of that, and then tape all these bits up and put it back together. Bonus footage. That's warm. While I was waiting for that to warm me up, burn the back of my arm, just took the wiring back in there, I've taped it up, and now I'm going to wrap it in some loom tape. So that's that bit there done as well. Let me just clip that back up where it was. That's all back where it should be. The reason I like that loom tape is because it's tough. It doesn't go manky like black insulation tape does, or insulation tape in general. The PVC tape, it just goes really, really horrible. So I don't like using that too much. I prefer to use loom tape because it's tougher and it's abrasive and heat resistant. So now we're going to get this bit sorted out. So that's one joint all soldered up, and we'll take a bit of, unfortunately I haven't got any orange heat shrink, but we've got green. It's not quite right, but if I put the same, I always do it if I put heat shrink on, or need to put heat shrink on, I always put the same colour at each end. Or if anybody's ever confused or isn't sure, they've always got something to go off of, because they can say, well, okay, so we've spliced new wires in, and it's this colour goes to this colour. Make it easy to trace out. Same as like where I've taped those up. If somebody's ever curious in the future, they'll be able to see where somebody's been, and they can open it up and work out that somebody's done testing there, and it makes their job a little bit easier. Now, I don't quite need all that, I don't think, so I'm going to just get rid of some of that and shrink that down. There we go. Hopefully that's not shrunk. Yeah. Put that over there like that. Take out the lighter. That's braking slowly. There we go. Now we get to tuck that back inside there and tape it up. So now that's all taped back up. Clip it back into the chassis just there. Move everything out of the way and we test. So we bring the vehicle down. Hopefully it should have, well, hopefully it should just realise it's good and turn the Christmas tree of dashboard lights off. But you never know. Would you look at that? So the traction control light, and that was on before. Now we've just got the engine management and the service light, because it actually is a due a service, so I need to reset that. So we'll just double check. The computer is still plugged in. Let's try an erase code. It was a hard code. I don't know if it will. Yes. Huh, would you believe it? Look, the code's gone away. And we'll double check by just popping back out. It's refreshing. Yep. There we go. Fixed. And that's it. So now I'll leave you to it. Cheers. Thanks for watching.